Day one into us being in this trip, me and Pepperoni started having little issues. Slowly started to realize like me and Pepperoni and I's relationship started to fade out. We were cool in 7th grade. Why is it that all of a sudden that you're friends with my best friend and now you want her to be your best friend, you got a problem with me and you're turning everyone against me, bitch? I start hearing some type of like rumor that Pepperoni and Burnt Brownie want to fight me.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure to cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah, like control.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lisi and I'm back again with another epic, juicy, and is it ghetto? It's a little ghetto. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel, because we got a lot of new people in the channel right now. We got a lot of new people, and some of y'all y'all don't know how we do things over here, okay? But I ain't gonna get into that right now because I'm about to get into some serious ish, okay? So I don't even have the energy to even read some of the new people that don't know how we do things in Lisi's world. This is Lisi's world over here, Lisi's channel, okay? Listen, if my energy is off in any way, shape, or form in this video, some of y'all already know what's going down in my life right now, okay? Some of y'all already know, but some of y'all might not, okay? Y'all see the title of the video, Storytime, my first friendship fail, okay? But before we get into this video, okay, those of you who are not new to my channel, y'all already know I spend a little time doing a little intro in the beginning, and some of y'all that are new, I've seen that some of y'all don't like that I spend a little time in the beginning doing my little intro, but guess what?
We do not care.
Because this is my channel, so I'm gonna start my videos off how I want to start them off, and if I get to the story 10 minutes into the video, then that's exactly what's gonna happen, love. Because I'm gonna say what I need to say at the start of my video, okay? So there's that. In my last story time, I did mention that I was gonna do a Depop because I was gonna be getting rid of some clothes. But honestly, y'all, that is on the back burner right now because the last week of my life has been confusion. I have my liner in, so if my speech is a little off too, that's why, okay? But the last week of my life has been confusion, anger, sadness, acceptance, trusting in God. Because those of you that know, let me just tell y'all, okay, how recent this is. Today is Saturday, September 14th. Well, it's about to be the 15th because it's 11:54 p.m. But moral of the story is Friday, I said September. This is how you know I'm all over the place. October. Today is October 14th, okay? Last Friday, October 6th, my father transitioned. He passed away. He is in heaven now. But the last week of my life has been really hard, y'all. I'm holding back the tears right now, but I'm trying to stay cool for the video. That's why I'm here recording, because, you know, I'm just trying to push forward with life. But yeah, my dad passed away, y'all. So the last week of my life been real rough. But I've been trying to stay positive. I've been trusting in God and God's process. I'm going to get into it at a later date, but I'm not going to get into it right now. But all I'm asking for you guys is your prayers, any positive energy that you might have that could come my way. Anybody that has ever lost a parent, let me know, because this is my first like death, and then it's my dad. So honestly, I feel crazy. And some of y'all probably like, well, why are you smiling? That's like a coping mechanism. I be laughing through the pain sometimes, and even now I'm trying to hold it together on camera. But right now we're trying to like put together, you know, his send-off. So if anybody has anything, even if it's $1, I have a GoFundMe page. I'll put the link down below in the description box and in the comment section. Even if it's $1 that you could give just to help me out, just because I ain't gonna get into it right now because this whole thing is a story time. I'm not like, my life is so crazy. Damn near anything turns to a story time, but I'm gonna speak on it down the line, like everything that's going on right now. But to give y'all the moral of the story, like, this was very unexpected, it was very random, but that's how death works, and I learned a lot of life lessons within the last 8 days. If y'all want to help, don't feel obligated. The GoFundMe is down below in the description box and in the comment section. If it's 50 cents, if it's $1 that you can help me out with, I would greatly appreciate it. Either way, I love y'all guys, or you guys and gals, so much, because y'all been on this journey with me. Most of y'all been on the journey with me since I've been doing YouTube for a year. But you know, out of this tragic situation, something good is coming. I feel it. Life is about to go up. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my spirit. I have a guardian angel. Trying to keep it together. I have a guardian angel watching over me now. So the most that I could do is move forward with my life, but I gotta send him off in order for me to fully move forward. So if anyone can help, I'll greatly appreciate it. Now, enough of that. Let me just get into this story time so y'all could get the tea that y'all been waiting to get. Okay guys, so this is my first mother effing friendship fail. Okay, woo. All right, this dates back to, I don't know the exact date, but this is a friend that I had met in elementary school. Okay, so we about to get into it. What am I gonna name her? I don't know. I'm gonna name her Pizza. No, I'm gonna name her Pepperoni. Yeah, I'm gonna name her Pepperoni. I'm not gonna get into why I'm naming her Pepperoni, but I'm gonna name her Pepperoni, okay? So me and Pepperoni, we had met in the 1st grade, okay? And y'all probably like, how you remembering stuff from the 1st grade? This is why I'm a Storytime channel, y'all, because I have a very good memory. I mean, some of them a little scattered, okay? But for the most part, my memory is very, 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 very good. Did I tell y'all too that the Depop was on hold? Some of y'all was saying in the last video too, oh, she's so all over the place. I don't care. I know I'm all over the place, but that makes me who I am. I'm a squirrel. Call me a squirrel. My brain is here one moment and it's there the next. But y'all not gonna make me feel bad about that, okay? Because I'm still smart. Smarter than you. So yeah, I met Pepperoni in the 1st grade, and if y'all are up to date on any of my story times, y'all know that my mom is a teacher. So if y'all up to date too, y'all know that I went to elementary school in the same school that my mama taught in, right? Okay, boom. This was that school. And I happened to meet Pepperoni in my first class, my first grade class, right? So me and Pepperoni, we was like this. Then we had our other friend, I'm gonna just name her Mary. Let's just call her Mary, okay? I'm gonna name her Mary. So me, Mary, and Pepperoni, we were 3 peas in a pod in 1st grade, y'all. And honestly, I don't even think this story is gonna be too long.
Cap.
Because I'm not trying to stay here for too long. I'm just trying to get y'all little story time, okay? Elementary, you know, I might have maybe 1 or 2 other story times from elementary. I don't know, I really gotta dig back in the memory bank. I don't remember everything that we was doing in elementary, but I do remember, because you know what's crazy? I was cleaning out my stuff. Why did I find like a little picture from back in the day, y'all, of me, Pepperoni, and Mary? Yo, I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, the way shit played out is crazy. And where was the picture? The picture, we was all in like Girl Scouts together at a point, I think. And there was some big like little Girl Scout sleepover. Yeah, we was doing stuff like that together. But here's where I started to realize, maybe I didn't realize it then. I feel like I knew something was off at this point, but like, as an adult now, it's like, oh yeah, that friendship was destined for failure, right? So I told y'all I met Pepperoni in first grade, right? And I can't really tell y'all who was more close to each other in the group. I feel like we was equally as close to each other, but I feel like maybe me and Pepperoni might have been a little bit more closer. You know, if we close, our parents know each other. And I'm not gonna say our parents was friends or whatever, but they was cool, right? So we was in 5th grade, and my mom and Pepperoni's grandma, they was real cool, because Pepperoni's grandma, that was her care provider. Like, I ain't gonna get into the details, but that was her guardian, okay? It was like spring break in 5th grade, and spring break was coming up, and my mom was basically telling me that we was going, I'm pretty sure she said we was going to Georgia. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, because my godmother, she lived in Georgia at the time. She lives in Texas now, but at the time she lived in Georgia. So I was real excited because I have my godbrother too. He live out there in Texas now too. So if y'all watching, hey. I was excited to see them. So I'm thinking we going out to Georgia to mess with them, right? But the day of spring break comes, because my mom did tell me that we was driving down there. The day that spring break came, we was driving, like me and my mom was driving, and I'm like, okay, I know I don't know the GPS on how to get to Georgia from New York, and I'm in the 5th grade, but like I was very aware of my surroundings, and I could tell that we was driving. We're from Queens. If y'all know, I'm from Queens. We was driving from Queens to Brooklyn. And I was just confused. And I'm like, why we ain't just get straight on the highway to get where we going? Like, why are we... I mean, I think you kind of got to drive through Brooklyn to get to Georgia. You might have to do that. But like, where we was driving, it looked like we was driving to the elementary school. Because, let me add too, Pepperoni lived very close to the elementary school. So I noticed she was taking that route. And I was just like, what's going on? Lo and behold, we pull up to Pepperoni's house. And basically, it's like, surprise! Basically, Pepperoni's grandma and my mom coordinated with each other to have us spend spring break together on some like BFFF type of ish. And Pepperoni had 2 sisters, so they was coming along on the trip as well. And not only that, Pepperoni's grandma had like this big minivan, so we could all fit in a minivan. So I was excited. I'm like, oh my God, like, because she was my best friend at the time. This is the only best friend I ever had. I never claimed nobody else as my best friend. So if you was claiming me, I'm so sorry, baby. Like, because I was claiming, oh. When we have this link up, I'm so excited because I'm like, oh my God, like not only am I going to Georgia, because I loved going to Georgia as a little kid. Not only am I going to Georgia, but I'm going on a road trip with my bestie. Like, it's litty titty. Psych! So we in the road trip having fun, whatever I don't remember the details of everything. I just know the surface level, okay? I know the surface level enough to tell the motherfucking story, okay? So we having fun on this little road trip. We playing our little games, our DS, whatever we got, we playing with it. We having fun. We finally get to Georgia, and I don't remember whose house we was staying at, but I'm pretty sure it was one of Pepperoni's relatives or her grandma's relative or friend or something like that. But just know it was a big ass, nice ass crib that we was staying in for spring break. I don't remember everything that we did on this trip, but I do remember that literally day 1, let's say we was there for maybe about 4 or 5 days. Day 1 into us being in this trip, me and Pepperoni started having little issues. I told y'all I got a good memory, but I don't remember the fine details of everything. But me and Pepperoni, we started getting into it. And we're like 5th graders, okay? Like, and we was just getting into it over like the littlest thing. But what do they say, y'all? Vacations, birthdays, and now even funerals and deaths, okay? Those tell you who really mess with you and who really don't. Like, if you can survive a vacation with a friend, that's your friend. But if you can't, that ain't your friend. That ain't your friend. Like, This. Oh, do y'all like my hair? Do y'all like my hair? I know I be off topic. I know I be jumping around and rambling, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But anyways, sorry y'all. I got off topic. Okay. Moral of the story, this friendship was getting tested on this vacation, and it was giving the friendship was not gonna last, right? It just was giving this friendship is on thin ice, because it's one thing being friends with somebody in school, and let me know if y'all agree or if y'all can resonate. It's one thing being friends with somebody in the school environment and you're only at school seeing them for a few hours, but it's a whole other ball game when you're out of school, even on a vacation, and you're around this person for hours at a time. Like, you're going to sleep and waking up to them. So from then, like, the friendship, I should have known the friendship wasn't gonna last, but you know, I was a little kid, so I didn't really know, like, you know, the things of life, but I learned in this situation. So that was 5th grade, y'all, right? In spring break, I don't know when y'all spring break be, but in New York, usually our spring break is in like April. So after that, we only have 2 months of school left at that point. I don't remember how the rest of the school year went. I think we was cool once we got back to school, but that whole vacation, it was weird. Like, let me just tell you, it was mother and weird. I think I had talked back to my mom too, and she mashed me up, embarrassed me in front of everybody. And if you don't know what mash me up, if she mashed me up, it's a Caribbean term, okay? Because I is a Trini and I'm from Dominica too. I is an island gal. That whole trip, it was just bad. It was just bad. Now, after 5th grade, what grade is after 5th grade? 6th grade. Now, I don't know how y'all schools worked, but in elementary school where I go to school here in New York, elementary ends in the 5th grade. And then you go to the 6th grade, which is the start of middle school. So a lot of kids was migrating from my elementary school to my middle school. I went to elementary in Brooklyn, middle school in Brooklyn, and I went to high school in Manhattan, y'all. I'm a whole Queens girl, but I never even went to school in my borough. I was always outside my borough. Don't ask me why, I just was. Guess who all went to the same middle school? Me, Pepperoni, and Mary, okay? But you know, when you graduate to another school at this point, you start meeting new people, you start making new friends, things of that nature. To my recollection, I don't really remember, honestly, the exact fundamentals, but I'm pretty sure like 6th grade was cool. Everything was still copacetic between me, Mary, and what's the girl name? Pepperoni. Okay, things was copacetic, things was cool. 6th grade. 7th grade, things was still copacetic, but we all kind of started branching out just a tad bit more to newer friend groups of the such. Now, let me add, I believe it was in 7th grade, that's when I had ran into this girl. We gonna name her Burnt Brownie, okay? Because that's, you know what, I ain't gonna get into it. I ain't gonna be too shady, God. If y'all put 2 and 2 together, that's on y'all. But we gonna name her Burnt Brownie. So Burnt Brownie, I think I had met her in the 7th grade. She was in one of my classes and we was cool for the most part. She was a little rough around the edges. You know, I'm not gonna lie. She was a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Was a bitch scared of her? Maybe a little bit at first. I'm not even going to cap to y'all on this internet. I was in middle school, so I didn't have that I have now. I didn't have all of that I have now. And y'all probably sitting there like, why was you afraid of her? Like I said, she was a little rough around the edges, okay? And if you're a little rough around the edges, you know, no shade, no disrespect. I'm just calling a spade a spade. You know, she was one of them girls. I don't know what her household was set up like, but you know, she was definitely fighting out the womb. She was fighting out the womb, okay? Like, and y'all probably like, how do y'all know? Because this was a girl like in middle school. she was known for getting into fights with people. Like, it was so crazy. Like, because in our middle school, like, we would change classes like throughout the day, like go around the building, but it will all be the same kids. It wouldn't be different kids. So we with the same kids all day. So she was in my class in 7th grade. I remember we was in art class one day. I don't know what happened, but her and this other girl, they got into a whole fight in the middle of art class. That mess was crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. For middle school, that fight was crazy. And like, the girl that she fought, like, she looked like a girl that wouldn't be the type to defend herself. But the girl, she held her own. She held her own. Stop trying to play with us nice looking girls. We with the shits too. Boom. Nah, let me stop. After I saw Burnt Brownie fight this girl, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little like, ooh, let me stay on her good side, because, you know, I ain't trying to do too much. Ain't nobody teach me how to fight yet. Ain't nobody teach me how to fight yet. I am not trying to fight this girl. Like, I'm gonna be cool with her for the time being, right? Let's get to 8th grade now, okay? Now, even in 8th grade, I'm in a brand new class. Mind you, me, Pepperoni, and Mary, we are all still friends 6th grade, 7th grade. Don't ask me the details, because I really don't remember, okay? This was a long time ago. I ain't doing the calculations, but this was a long motherfucking time ago. Like, this was a whole different era of my life. Now let's get to 8th grade, y'all. 8th grade, that's when things started getting a little spooky, okay? That's when things started to get a little spooky. Now, at this point, I don't think I ever had any classes with Pepperoni, so Pepperoni naturally formulated her own friends outside of me and Mary, which I was cool with. I wasn't tripping. I don't care. I'm a type of person, like, you can have your other friends, because me, I'm an only child. I don't really need friends. Well, I was raised as an only child. We'll get into that at a later time. I don't really need friends. I'm my own friend. I'll be playing by myself in my house and everything like that. So if you are a friend of mine and you have other friends, I am completely okay with that. But 8th grade, me and Mary was in the same class together, I think. Not 100% sure, but I think we were. Pepperoni and Burnt Brownie, they happened to be in the same class together in 8th grade. So, you know, when it's morning time, before classes start, you might be in the caf, y'all eat that dusty school breakfast. You know, if you a little hungry, if your parents ain't feed, you know, you might eat a little dusty school breakfast, right? Or you just chilling in the caf, right? Now that Pepperoni and Burnt Brownie are acquainted with each other, and I already knew Burnt Brownie because we were in the same class together, we were naturally all like cool with each other because we were all kind of acquainted. But I could instantly tell that with this new friendship between Pepperoni and Burnt Brownie, Pepperoni was definitely changing. Like, because like I told y'all, Burnt Brownie was a little rough around the edges, and I think Pepperoni was curious about that. I think Pepperoni was real curious. But hey, I'm not mad at the girl. I'm just telling y'all from my recollection what it was. Once Burnt Brownie and Pepperoni started being friends, like, I slowly started to realize, like, me and Pepperoni and I's relationship started to fade out. I really don't remember, like, exactly what sparked the division, but there was something that happened. And I really feel like it was Burnt Brownie being territorial AF over Pepperoni. I feel like that's majority of the reason. But I feel like it was something else as well that had happened to where there was a division. Like, it was a clear-cut understanding at a certain point that me and Pepperoni were no longer messing with each other. And it was really because I felt like Burnt Brownie was like feeding stuff in her ear, and all of a sudden Burnt Brownie didn't like me. And it was like, Burnt Brownie, like, we were cool in 7th grade. Why is it that all of a sudden that you're friends with my best friend and now you want her to be your best friend? You got a problem with me and you're turning everyone against me, bitch.
Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
What did I do? I didn't do, but maybe I did do something. Listen, I don't remember. Like, and I'm pretty sure, like, it was also to the point where, like, Burnt Brownie was making it very evident that she was not effing with me. And it was like, I don't know if Pepperoni was afraid of her or she needed Burnt Brownie on her team because she knew that Burnt Brownie had them hands and Burnt Brownie was with the shits since pre-K. But, like, Pepperoni did not, like, I didn't expect for her to stand up for me, but, like, I thought because, you know, we had known each other since 1st grade, I would have thought, like, Pepperoni would have kind of stepped into the situation and she would have been like, yo, like, Burnt Brownie, like, chill out, like, that's still my friend. But it was like Burnt Brownie started. Now listen, she wasn't like terrorizing me or nothing. Like, she was just, I remember, like, she just, you could just tell, like, she was not messing with me. And Pepperoni kind of just followed suit. Like, she didn't even be like on some like, nah, like, I was friends with Alicia first, like, I'ma still rock with her. It was like Burnt Brownie said jump and Pepperoni said how high. That's what it was giving. Because, again, Pepperoni wanted to follow suit behind whatever she saw in her at the time, that she felt like they needed to be close because whatever, that's what it was. And let's just be real about it too. Burnt Brownie, like, she was fast. And I don't want to say fast as in, like, because I don't know what she was doing behind closed doors, but I wouldn't put nothing past her. But she was moving a bit faster than me and my crew, and even Pepperoni, which led Pepperoni to start moving at the pace that Burnt Brownie was moving. If y'all catch my drift without me drifting too far. It had came to a point one day, because I had my own friends. Like, Pepperoni was not my only friend. I already told y'all we're in different classes, so we're meeting different people, different personalities, different energies, whatever, right? So I had my own friend group outside of dealing with Pepperoni and Burnt Brownie and Snacks and friends. My friend group, you know, I'm telling them, like, I don't know, like, it's a little bit of static that seemed like it's popping off. And it's like, that's how you know, like, whatever the drama was, it was probably some petty BS, because I don't even remember, like, what the drama was. But just know that there was drama, chaos, and mother confusion. So I'm telling my friends, like, yeah, I don't know, like, Burnt Brownie, like, she just on some ish. Why was it one day I start hearing some type of, like, rumor that Pepperoni and Burnt Brownie want to fight me?
I am confusion.
What did I do to y'all that y'all want to fight me? Mind you, y'all, I'm nowhere near the person I am today. If somebody say they want to fight me, you could say that, but what you gonna do when you see me? That's what I want to know, because I'm not at the age where I'm gonna be linking up to fight you. Like, I'm just not doing all of that. But, you know, if you see me in the street and you feel some type of way, then I'm not inviting any trouble in, though. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke that negativity. I don't want no smoke with nobody, okay? But I'm just saying, you going around telling people you want to fight me, and both of them, all 2 of y'all, and y'all little friends, because they had little extra friends that would follow suit behind their ass too. Y'all talking about y'all want to fight me for why? Now, I ain't gonna sit here and try to act like a victim, because maybe I did flip off. Because one thing I was good for, yo, when I kid y'all not, when I was a little kid, people will always tell me that I was sarcastic as hell. And I would just be like, what does that even mean? Like, I didn't know. Like, people was telling me sarcastic before I knew what sarcastic meant. So, you know, your girl, you know, she always had a little mouth on her. She always had a little mouthpiece on her. You know what I'm saying? I might have been a little scary when it came to, you know, rustling and tussling with the girls in middle school. Okay. But you know, the mouthpiece was always, you know, I always had the comebacks. Like, I always got the comebacks ready. Cocked and loaded, bitch. Stop playing with me. You know, I'm telling, cause we in 8th grade at this point, you know, we about to graduate. Like, and y'all probably like, ugh, you always use that same excuse. Like, you always use the excuse of you not trying to get in trouble and da-da-da-da. But y'all gotta understand, y'all, I was a good kid. Like, I was not involved in no, you know, I might have been in some verbal altercations in my day. I ain't gonna act like no angel. I ain't no angel, you know what I'm saying? And I probably was a little petty in some of the situations that I've been in. But, like, I was a good kid when I was a little kid. Like, I have a Caribbean mother. I'm not really trying to get into too much stuff. You know, like, if you got a Caribbean or African parent, you know. I really wasn't trying to get into too much. And it's just like, you know, in school, if you, like, I only been suspended like one time. Like, I was not one of them kids that I done got suspended like a million times. Like, I just could not afford that. I could not afford that, because I'm not even gonna lie to you. I told you I was raised as an only child. Like, my mom made it clear to me, as long as I was well behaved and got good grades, I could relatively get whatever the I want. So I had to make sure I was always on my best behavior. Like, if I wanted them new sneakers or them new whatever I needed my mom to buy it. And it's just like, I just did not want to deal with the repercussions of having to deal with my mom because I'm at school running a ruckus. Like, no, that's just not what I wanted to do. But it's something that had happened one day. It's something that had happened at the train station, because y'all know I'm from New York. We was taking the subway to school, but this was like the subway in Brooklyn, where it's like basically outside. Like, y'all know the King's Highway bound trains. If y'all from Brooklyn, yeah, I was on that train. I think I was on the Q train, y'all. I was taking the Q train to school. We would get off at King's Highway. That was our stop. Ooh, that bring back some memories. Oh my god. But yeah, we would get off at King's Highway, y'all. It was some type of something that had erupted at the train station this day. I really don't remember, y'all, but it was crazy. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was my crew, her crew. I don't think Burnt Brownie was there, but we was like, it was some type of nonsense that happened at the train. Just know some type of something. Because then it was to the point where I had came home. I think Pepperoni's grandma had called my mom up, and she was like,
yeah, Miss Holiday, I don't know what's going on with your daughter and my granddaughter, but your daughter is starting problems with my granddaughter. They had some type of incident in the train station, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Like, your daughter is a problem starter.
And I'm just like, but I'm the one that's hearing rumors around the school that Pepperoni, your granddaughter, your bumbleclot granddaughter, and Burnt Brownie's jealous ass, because I really feel like she was jealous. Like, let's call a spade a spade. I feel like she was jealous because, like I said, she was a little rough around the edges. My mom always had me looking polished. Now, no shade to nobody. I'm just telling y'all my life experience. So nobody take offense. I hope y'all don't take offense. Just chill. Just chill. Now, I'm in the crib seeing my mom, and when I see and hearing my mom and Pepperoni's grandma basically going back and forth over the phone regarding the situation that happened at the train station, whatever the case may be. So they had get off the phone, and my mom basically approaches me, and she's like, yo, Alicia, like, what you got going on? Like, what you got going on at the school? Like, what's going on? Da, 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 da. I basically had to tell my mom, like, what was going on. I'm like, bro, like, I was cool with this girl one moment. The next moment I wasn't, because this new girl came into this picture. This new girl came into the picture, you know, moving like she's trying to use these like little intimidation tactics, like, and she trying to move like she trying to fight me. She keep telling everybody she want to fight me, and I really don't know why she want to fight me. Like, I didn't do nothing to this girl, and now all of a sudden Pepperoni is joining in on trying to fight me too. Like, I don't even know where things went left. I don't even know. I mean, at the time I probably did, but right now I don't know. I'm so sorry, but I got enough details for y'all, right? Okay, great. It just comes to the point where my mom was like, listen, because From what my mom was gathering, it was just sounding like to her that Burnt Brownie was trying to gang up on me, and she was using pepperoni as like ammunition to gang up on me too, because of whatever miscommunication we may have had as 12-year-olds. I don't really know, like, but my mom was basically, and listen, don't come at my mama, okay? She a black mom, she a Caribbean mom. We ain't standing for that. Stand up, God.
Stand up!
My mom had basically told me, like, back in the day when she was a kid, right? And this is where this got instilled in me from this whole situation. That's why it's like, when females have tried me after I had went through this, it was just like, y'all are jokes. She had basically told me a story of when she was like a little kid, and my mom has 3 older sisters, so they was all living wherever they was living in Queens at a point, and it was some girl that lived on my mom's block, or she was their neighbor, or y'all know in New York we have multi-family homes, right? So either she lived upstairs, downstairs, or next door. I don't remember. But my mom was basically like, the girl would always like pick on her and call her fat, because that's what was going on, y'all. Burnt Brownie, she was coming at me because I was a little chunky monkey in middle school. Well, bitch, I'm slim thick now. What y'all gotta say now? But feel me, I ain't have no body in middle school, and I come from a very thick, big boned. My family, the women on my mom's side, we is thick and big bone. So you know, in elementary and middle school, I did not have a grown woman body. I was very much giving little kid. I was not, ass was not on fat, stomach was not on flat. I was chunky. My face was full of like everything, okay? So Burnt Brownie was starting to, you know, saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight this fat bitch. Da 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 da. Like, you know, like, you coming at me because I'm fat at the time. Like, why does that bother you? But you know, at the time, it hurt my feelings because, you know, I was a little insecure. Like, I was a little insecure little middle schooler, because, you know, it was certain girls walking around in crop tops, and I couldn't do that in middle school. I can now. I had basically told my mom all of that, and my mom was like, she told me about the little neighbor that was slick bullying her, and she basically told me that the girl was slick bullying her, and one of my aunts, who's her older sister, obviously, she had basically told her,
if you don't beat her ass, I'ma beat your ass.
That's what my aunt said to my mom back in the motherfucking day, okay? And my mom said, guess what I did? I was like, what? She was like,
I beat her ass.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch. I don't know who that hoe is.
the next time she says something to me, I beat her ass. So she was like, Alicia, I'm telling you from now, don't let this girl touch you. Don't let her touch you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because Alicia, if you don't beat her ass, I'ma beat your ass. I was like, but you didn't even teach me how to fight, bro. But you talking about how to beat this bitch. You didn't even teach me how to beat a bitch ass, but you talking about how I gotta beat her ass. Yeah, not too much on my mama, because I tell my kids the same motherfucking thing. Don't let none of these little hoes touch you. If they run up, you better done them up. I ain't playing with none of these little bitches. So after my mom had told me that, I was just like, you know what? Alright, if I gotta fight Burnt Brownie, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight her.
Hey, we got 2 of these motherfuckers, nigga. I'm on my way. Let's roll, friends.
And I'm just gonna have to do what I gotta do, because I'm not trying to get my ass beat by my mama. I ain't trying to get no double hump. Wait, you know what? They probably can't. I probably can't even say that on YouTube. But a double beating. I was not trying to have to go through that. So I was just like, all right, you know, when I see, even though I know Burnt Brownie be beating people up, you know, I'ma just fight to the death of me. I'ma just fight. But I just had the mindset if this girl run up on me in the hallway after school, walking to the train station, like, I'm gonna just be ready. Like, I'm not gonna be afraid, because it's like my mama had put it in my head, it's nothing to be afraid. You should be more afraid of me than that girl. So I was more afraid of her than the girl. Like, if y'all seen the story time, I ran my mouth so she ran up. That's another story time that happened when I was in middle school. I'll link it right here. All of this was happening after that. That's why I was being scary in that story time, because my mom ain't had this conversation with me yet. I went back to school the next day, and I don't remember like if it was that night or a separate night or when it was, but it was like around the same time too. It was like a whole Facebook war going on between my crew and Burnt Brownie / Pepperoni's crew. Burnt Brownie was on the book calling me, oh,
This Jalecia a fat bear. She a fat bear. She a fat bear.
you know, you want to take it to the floor, I'm going to take it to hell. So I took it to hell.
Period.
Because my mom already had instilled in me in this point, like, it's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to this girl. You better not let her bully you. You better not let her bully you. If she gonna come at you, you're gonna come at her back 10 toes down. I took it to hell and I said, okay, well, I'd rather be a fat bear than a bitch on welfare.
Oh my God! Wow!
Anybody who was in that situation, no disrespect to you. I am not boasting that, you know, I had a better life than her or anybody else that might have been on Section 8 or welfare or anything of that such. But y'all gotta understand that I am 25 years old. I had to been 12, 13 years old when all of this was happening. Y'all do the math. I'm just telling y'all what happened. She took it to the floor, so I took it to hell. And I said, oh, I'd rather be a fat bear than a bitch on welfare. I had said that because, you know, I felt like personally Burnt Brownie was a little jealous of me and wanted to be, she was jealous of me, and at the same time she wanted to be Pepperoni. Like, that's what I was sensing as a little ass pre-teener. Both me and Pepperoni, like, our parents weren't some rich behind parents, but like our hair was for the most part always done. You know, we're always in decent clothes. And like I told y'all, Burnt Brownie was a little rough around the edges. Like, and it's no shade, no disrespect to anyone that's rough around the edges, because you know this is the internet. You can't please anyone. I know somebody still might be upset, but if you are,
we do not care.
I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you at this point. She wasn't the most well kept. She didn't always smell the greatest, in my opinion. So that's just me. You know, I'm sure she's evolved a little bit over. I mean, I'm not sure. I can't even say that. I'm not sure if she's evolved a little bit in life. Once I had said all of that on Facebook and I had said that back, I know she's seen it. So I was ready for some static when I had got back to school. Like, I was ready for some static. It's one day, the bell rings, we in the hallway, I'm with my crew, and sure enough, Burnt Brownie, Pepperoni, and their crew is passing me and my crew in the hallway. And I'm just looking like, what's up? Like, what y'all want to do? Like, cause like I told y'all, my mom already told me what she told me. Mama told me not to sell work. 75, same color t-shirt. I'm sitting here thinking like some mess is, you know, about to pop off in the hallway. And Burnt Brownie is just eyeing me down. She just got a smirk on her face like,
yeah, look at the fat bear. Look at the fat bear.
and I'm just looking at her like, okay, like, are you gonna hit me? Like, that's the type of look that I had on my face, because you keep talking about this fat bear, but she never. I don't understand how the Muhammad Ali of the school was chatting so much about how they was gonna fight me and beat me up and never touched me till this day. That's crazy. She was just saying little shit on her breath, little snickers, and me and my crew was just walking past her like, okay, never touched me. Honestly, obviously, that was the end of me. Well, me and Pepperoni friendship been ended. It been ended. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I never got touched. That whole year, never got touched. I'm pretty sure it was a certain point where it started because other people started getting involved. Like, it wasn't even my immediate crew. Like, it was girls that was really, you know, on some rowdy, ruthless type of time, like how Burnt Brownie thought she was, and they didn't even want me to fight her. They was gonna fight her. Like, they was like, nah, you ain't even gotta do nothing, Alicia. I'ma handle this shit. I'm like, shit. Okay, like, but I was always willing, like, if she would have just hit me first, because at that time, and period, I'm not a fighter. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am not a fighter. But if I have to fight, I will. So it's just like, if I feel like I'm threatened, or if somebody put their hands on me first, you know, we gonna get it shaking, we gonna get it cracking. I've never been the girl, and I'm not gonna sit up here on this internet and cap to y'all, I've never been the girl that was been like, oh, I'm gonna punch you first. That was in my past though. If I feel threatened now, if you come, you know, that's 6 feet, if you come within my 6 foot radius with any type of staticky energy, I will be liable to punch you first. I'm not even playing with people. If Burnt Brownie would have put her hands on me first, I promise y'all we would have fought each other, but it just never happened. She never touched me. And it was at a certain point, like, because mind you, this is 8th grade at this point, so this is like the ending of the school year. 8th grade, that we're graduating from middle school at this point, and we all about to go to our high schools and meet even more people, because it was like, I don't know how it was for y'all, but from elementary to middle school, I had a large amount of people from my elementary school go to my middle school. But from middle school to high school, it was like literally me and one kid from my middle school that went to my high school, and he went to my middle school too. So we was in elementary, middle, and high together, but we was cool, but we wasn't BFF or whatever. But the moral of the story is, like, we was meeting more people in high school anyways. So it was towards the ending of the 8th grade year. I barely saw Burnt Brownie or Pepperoni at all. So I don't know if they got kicked out, or I don't know. I don't know if they just stopped showing up to school. They started cutting school. I don't know what they was doing, but I stopped seeing these girls. But I did have winded up finding out Burnt Brownie was going to a high school, like literally walking distance from my high school. And I told you I went to high school in Manhattan, right? But I went to a, you know, prestigious type of high school. Like, it wasn't the top of the top, but it was definitely high on the totem pole. Like, my high school was high on the totem pole. I'm a very smart girl. I'm a very smart, intellectual girl, eclectic girl. Okay, stop playing with my top. Stop playing with my top on this internet. And Burnt Brownie, she went to, I'm not gonna say the high school that she went to, but if y'all know, if y'all from New York and y'all know, she went to one of them, y'all know them high schools that got like 4 different high schools in one building? She went to a high school like that. And if you went to a high school like that, no shade, no disrespect to you, I'm not shady you, but it just went to show that she was one of them problem kids. Like, she was a problem kid. She was a bad kid. She was always trying to start with somebody. That's why she was in that school. And it's no disrespect to nobody that was ever in a school like that. I'm just telling y'all the type of school I went to and the type of school that she went to, okay? But our schools was like, I don't know how to explain city blocks, Manhattan blocks. Manhattan blocks is kind of big. But let's say her school was maybe like a 15-minute walk from my school. But New Yorkers, we're built for walking. So it's a 15-minute walk is really not, it's nothing. It's nothing. But I say that to say, because I never forget, y'all, it was my freshman year of high school. I probably was in school for only like a week. I'm not thinking, like, I knew that Burnt Brownie had went to this school that was 15 minutes walk away. Maybe it was even 10. I don't know. But I didn't think like I was going to ever run into her or see her. Me and my new little high school friend, and we going to have some high school story times coming down the line. I don't have a whole bunch though, but I ain't gonna spill too much. We gonna get into that. I'm in the motherfucking train station. I'll just tell y'all the train station was in. I was in Columbus Circle, 59th Street train station. If y'all know what that's at, New York, stand the F up, okay? I was in that train station. Me and my little friend, we was about to hop on the train on our way home. We swiped into the turnstile, and I think because we was still new to the area, we was trying to figure out where the track was that we was supposed to go on. And I think we was just standing there talking for a second, and I look up. What do I see? Motherfucking burnt brownie, bitch.
Oh my God.
Don't act shocked.
I see burnt brownie in the train. So I'm like, I thought I got rid of this pest. No, but that was the last time I ever seen her. I've never seen her again, like in high school days or like ever in life. But I did see her my freshman year of high school, probably like the first, I'm talking about second week. It had to be the first week because it was like when school first started. Why is she talking to, I guess, one of her new little friends, them or whatever? And she's literally like fronted over, like in the friend's ear, and she's pointing at me, bitch. She's pointing at me, and she's like, see that? Like I could see her mouth moving, and she was specifically pointing at me, and like as if she still had some type of beef with me from middle school. And it's just like, girl, you didn't touch me in middle school, and you definitely didn't touch me in high school. So why are you in the train station talking to a whole girl that I don't even know from a hole in the wall, a can of paint? And I was just looking at her like,
child. Anyway, so.
Girl, bye. Cause you had plenty of opportunities to beat my ass, and you didn't. And she could have easily ran up on me on the train station that day, and she didn't. So what was all of that for, babe? But yeah, that was basically that story time of my first friendship fail. But hopefully that story time was entertaining for you guys. I'm glad I'm back on camera because I had taken a little mini break. What do y'all think of that story time? Let me know in the comments. I'm glad, you know, I'm still got enough positive energy in me right now to pick up the camera and record. If the vlog is not up yet, I have a vlog. No, the vlog is definitely gonna be up because it's done, but YouTube being crazy right now. But watch this vlog if you haven't watched it already. It's getting posted before this video of when I went to Houston, Texas last month. If you made it to the end, make sure you put this emoji on the screen. And definitely don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you keep coming back, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe. If you keep coming back, please like the video. If you keep coming back, leave a comment here and there and everywhere. Okay. I appreciate the people because I have made a post today regarding my dad. I appreciate the people that have donated to the GoFundMe already. I appreciate everyone that has sent me positive, warm energy. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. One of my subscribers, girl, you know who you are. I appreciate you. The girl been sending me Bible verses, girl. Like, like, some of y'all really mess with me the long way, and I mess with y'all the long way too. I really appreciate y'all because this is really one of the hardest times in my life right now, but I'm gonna get through. Just because my dad's life is over, that does not mean that my life is over, and I gotta live for his legacy now at this point. So thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next story time. Later.
I think I lie for you.